Well, I was going to work on that little generator and had another project lined up too, but uh, the furnace is now acting up, so I need to work on it. What had happened was I installed a Nest thermostat probably a month ago or so, maybe a little bit longer than that, and it sent me a message saying that the furnace had gone out 7 times in 10 minutes in the middle of the night one night. So I did manage to get some codes, a stored code that was in the furnace out of it. And it was saying the pressure switch, one of the pressure switches had failed. But the worst part is now it's all working fine. It only happened in 7 times in one window, about 10 minutes, and has been working fine ever since. I did already make sure the vent lines were all clear. I also worked the pressure switches back and forth with my breath. They seem to be working. They're clicking. And like I say, it hasn't been an issue since. But I'm going to clean it, clean everything, clean the whole furnace up now since I'm already down here and I have the shop vac there. So here it is with the covers off. Now, just for disclaimer, I'm not in any way any kind of HVAC tech. I'm just a house owner keeping his own equipment alive, trying to save a buck. Anyways, these are the pressure switches. That's what the code was telling me was the issue. Now, it could be either the vent lines are plugged or something, but I did check all the vent lines. Everything seems to be fine that way. It's all no cracks or anything in any of the vent lines. So I used my breath and just worked these pressure switches back and forth a few times. Again, it's working fine now, so if they're a problem in the future, then I'll just change them out. Could be maybe they just needed to get worked a little bit. But oh well. So right now I'm gonna clean it. I'm gonna clean the burners. By the way, I've got power shut off on it already. Gonna clean the burners, and to do that I'll have to remove the whole gas valve assembly. What you do is you shut off the gas, undo the union, and unbolt it all, and it all comes out and unhook the wiring. It's not a huge deal, and I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm going to clean the squirrel cage in there, the main blower fan. I did do it about 2 years ago, and it's still pretty clean in there. So I don't think I'm actually going to clean that this go around. So this time I'm just going to vacuum around it, and I don't have any pets or anything, so it doesn't get terribly dirty in here. I see it's starting to rust. I guess the humidity's high enough down in the crawl space here. Things are starting to rust, so this thing's probably going to die of rust before anything else. Anyways, let's get started. You can see how rusty those get. That little rod sticking out there is the flame sensor. I cleaned that. I'll be cleaning that with some steel wool or stainless steel wool that I got. Yeah, I'll be taking a little brush and going into all of these little crevices and trying to clean the rust out. There's the hot surface igniter. It glows red hot to ignite the gas. And those are made out of a fairly brittle material, so they break pretty easy. and they don't need to be cleaned, to my knowledge anyways. I will be putting a brush through these holes and cleaning those out, and then a vacuum cleaner into them all afterwards. And the rest of it looks pretty clean, so I'll call that good enough. Some little channels in between the burners. I'll make sure those are clean. The flame wicks across when it lights, so that's how the hot surface igniter can be on one side, and then the flame jumps burner to burner by traveling through these channels. Not sure if that's quite it. This needs to be in the flame. That's why it's called a flame sensor. I'm not sure if that's gonna be good enough. I'll see when I light it, see how well it looks. Oh, I'll just move it now. Oh, the screwdriver does not fit this very good. We'll try that. Okay, that's the burner assembly cleaned. I'll move on to the burner tubes. I'm not sure what they're called actually. That's what I call them. I just fashioned a tube for the vacuum cleaner out of an old cardboard box, duct tape, attached it to the vacuum end because the holes up in the furnace are too small for my vacuum end. Now I'll reinstall the burner assembly back in. This just slides into place. That's the gas valve that actually bolts it into place and keeps it from moving. I'll check for gas leaks. I turn the gas back on and check for gas leaks around the union that I loosened off. Not seeing any. Now I'll do a test fire on it. Make sure it all still works, and I will continue cleaning it. There, now I'll just wait for it to warm the house back up. It's been off for a little bit here now, and continue cleaning it.